Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hazel bringing to you another audio commentary, this time of the match between Lecaf OZ and OnGameNet Sparkies, played earlier this week. Now, I do want to thank everyone for all the comments that they've been leaving me, all the constructive criticism, all the feedback. It's really been helping me. Hopefully I'll improve in my commentating style as time goes on. I'd also like to thank everyone for just the information about themselves, the support, the enthusiasm, the marriage proposals, and also the pickup lines. I've heard quite a few StarCraft pickup lines that, any StarCraft lady would fall for, such as, "Baby, I want to put my Marines in your bunker, if you know what I mean. Yes, I do know what you mean, Dave2222, and I respect your choice of lifestyle." I've also heard from this same generous viewer that he would like to hatch a drone in my Nidus canal. Right, all we're really missing right now is a Protoss pickup line. I've actually thought of a couple. If you do think of better ones, please let me know, but this is mine. "Hey baby, I'd like to probe your gateway." Right. Anyway, yeah, that was bad. Forgive me. Anyway, back to this game. We are seeing a match between Jaedong and Stella. Jaedong playing for Lecaf OZ. He is going to be the Teal Zerg, spawning, I believe, in the bottom position on Destination. This map will be Destination. Interestingly enough, it's a two-player map. There are several bridges. We'll have to see how it turns out in Zerg v Zerg. By the way, the other player is Stella, also known as Clay, playing for OnGameNet, and he's Blue Zerg at the top position. Here's Stella looking quite intense. He should be quite intense. He's facing Jaedong, of all people. Jaedong is known to be the master Zerg v Zerg player, I believe. He's actually 79% against Zerg, even though he has been, I wouldn't say a slump, but Jaedong has not been appearing in many individual leagues. He's been losing to some names such as Firebat Hero and C, but I don't believe that his Zerg has suffered any. Hopefully it won't. Hopefully we'll see a nice game. Stella, on the other hand, does not have much experience in Pro League. He's only played approximately 3 games, and you can just count them on one hand. But maybe, who knows, maybe Stella is some sort of crazy Zerg player as well. A lot of Zerg v Zerg is luck, though I have to say sometimes it is build order advantage. By the way, Jaedong does seem to be going for Extractor first. This is actually strange. I've seen 12 Extractor and 11 Extractor, but I don't think Jaedong has a Overlord yet. Maybe he's going over Extractor, like an overpull? This is strange. I think Stella is going for a more standard 9-pull speed. No, that was an Overlord, sorry. But this is strange by Jaedong. This isn't really a commonly seen build, I don't think. Usually we see stuff like 12 pulls, which are the safest build in Zerg v Zerg, I think. But maybe Jaedong just wants that early gas. Maybe he wants the faster tech, the faster speedlings, the faster layer tech. We'll have to see. Mutalisks would be quite deadly on this map. This map is a 2-player map. It is quite small, actually, and Mutalisks, just the slightest advantage in time for those Mutalisks to spawn, might allow you to just wreak havoc over the other player's base. And I don't know how this will play out. I believe Stella will try to build some Zerglings. He is probably building some Zerglings right there. He is going for early lair. We'll probably see early Mutalisks from him as well. And anyway, this should be an interesting match, because Jaedong will show us his prowess yet again. I am looking forward to seeing it, actually. Jaedong is going for a lair right now. He does not have any Zerglings, though. Stella has 4 Zerglings out, none to speak of for Jaedong. And Jaedong's Overlord has come over Stella's base. It will be able to scout out exactly what kind of build Stella has gone for. I believe they just traded Overlords. This is actually quite interesting about Zerg v Zergs, especially on these 2-player maps. You end up with observation over the opponent's base almost all game until Mutalisks do come out. So both players do know what the other player is up to. Or they should. Yes, they should. And Stella looks like he's actually built quite a lot of Zerglings. He's dedicated so many minerals just to Zerglings. Jaedong has only 4 Zerglings, I believe, at his ramp. He has formed that concave. He is forming that concave on his ramp just to prevent easy scaling of that ramp by Stella's Zerglings. But this is looking kind of dangerous. 6 Zerglings to round 10, I would say. Jaedong could be in trouble. He has built that hatchery instead of Zerglings, and we'll have to see if Jaedong will pay for this. I don't know. Stella is at the bottom of the ramp, and he is trying to go up, but Jaedong is re-establishing his position. He's remaking that concave. I think they are about at even numbers of Zerglings now, and Stella seems to know this. He can't go up. He can't force an engagement, and so he has placed that hatchery actually outside in his expansion. Jaedong has put the hatchery inside his expansion. Jaedong will have to make sure this is a short game, because otherwise Stella could go for, I guess he could benefit from that economic advantage. I don't know though, that hatchery will be later. Stella's hatchery will be later than Jaedong's. Jaedong will have a lot more units just because of those earlier 3 larvae. He does seem to be saving up for mutalisks. Right now, Stella has created, his spire has mutated, and he is creating 3 mutalisks probably, but Jaedong's spire is a little bit late. We'll have to see if Jaedong's mutalisks come in time. They should. This isn't that much of a difference. The map is not that small, so to allow Stella's mutalisks to reach Jaedong's base first. And Jaedong is engaging with his Zerglings. He's running past. Stella's 2 Zerglings do sneak past Jaedong, however. Maybe those Zerglings will do some damage. Probably not. There's only 1 Zergling left. Jaedong's 7 eggs are probably mutating many mutalisks right now. A lot more than Stella's paltry 3 mutalisks. And Jaedong's mutalisk micro will probably overcome Stella's mutalisks, especially in these numbers. I'm not sure what Stella went for, actually. I don't know why he went for that late hatchery at his expansion. If he was going to go for something like economy, he should have done so earlier. But now Jaedong is approaching with both Zerglings and mutalisks. We'll probably see a ground fight and an air fight right now. Jaedong is also building Scourge, and Stella also has his own Scourge, and he has 4 Scourge and maybe 3 mutalisks, but Jaedong should be able to handle this. He has wonderful mutalisk micro, and at this level of play, Scourge really should do no damage to Jaedong. He's running away right now. Stella is running back towards his base. Jaedong's Zerglings are at the hatchery at Stella's expansion. He may pay for this expansion, going for that kind of greedy build, and Jaedong is microing against those mutalisks. He takes down 2 mutalisks. I think that was one of Jaedong's Scourge, actually, and Stella's Scourge do land, but not enough. Stella has no mutalisks in the air. This is so dangerous for Stella. His hatchery will go down, and that will be game, I think. Really, oh, that is the game. Stella does shake his head there, and GG. Wow, Jaedong did not disappoint in this game. His build was kind of interesting. I guess he was planning this out all along, just blocking his ramp for as long as he could, make minimal Zerglings, making a hatchery so that he could have that advantage in mutalisk number, and not having to defend an expansion by putting his hatchery inside his base. And hey, there is a finger wag by Jaedong. That was quite interesting. Poor Stella. Stella's looking a little despondent after losing to Jaedong, but he shouldn't. Jaedong is Jaedong after all. He probably couldn't have expected more. But GG, I'll be bringing to you set 2, hopefully, and maybe the rest of this series. Hopefully I will be able to get around to doing those before I leave for the holidays. Thanks for listening.